11 things it means when a woman says she's done with you. There's no perfect relationship/marriage. But there's a difference between having a bad day and truly reaching the end of your rope. When a woman says she's done, it's not something she tosses out on a whim. It's a statement loaded with meaning. Let's see what that means. When a woman says she's done with you, 11 things it means. 1. She feels emotionally exhausted. Physical exhaustion is a thing. You see it in athletes who have just competed in the Olympics or new mothers who haven't slept in days. But what about emotional exhaustion? It's not talked about as much, but it's the worst. You know why? Because it's not visible. No one can see the toll it takes on you, but trust me, it's there. When a woman says she's done, it's usually not because of one bad day or a simple misunderstanding. By the time those words leave her lips, bro, she's hit a level of emotional exhaustion that's taken months, maybe even years, to build up. A broken promise here, a hurtful comment there, too many times feeling unheard or overlooked. Each moment chipped away at the energy she had left to invest in the relationship. This exhaustion doesn't mean she's having a mood swing or being dramatic. No, it's the kind of tired that leaves her feeling drained, where even trying to explain why she's hurt seems like too much work. She's just worn down to the point where putting in more effort feels pointless. So, her saying "I'm done" is her way of protecting what's left of her emotional health. 2. She no longer trusts your words. If your words don't mean much to the person you love, then something has gone wrong. Trust is the foundation of any healthy relationship, and it's difficult to repair when broken. So when she says she's done, it means that at some point along the way, the trust she used to have in your words just disappeared. Poof. Each time you said one thing and did another, you added a crack to a fragile vase. Don't get me wrong. It's not that she wants to mistrust you, you gave her too many reasons not to believe what you say. Even the Bible says, hope deferred makes the heart sick, but a longing fulfilled is a tree of life. Proverbs 13 verse 12. She's tired of hoping for change and being disappointed. So now she's done trying to believe your words and putting her trust in something that constantly lets her down. She has given you countless chances to follow through on your words, only to be disappointed time and time again. She's learned to listen less to what you say and pay more attention to what you actually do, and what she sees isn't lining up, bro. 3. She's found her inner strength. Believe me, it takes inner strength to walk away from someone you love. That's why no matter how much you tell a woman to leave a toxic relationship/marriage, she'll not be able to until she finds that inner strength. And once she finds it, there's no turning back. She has realized her worth and understands that she deserves better than what you have been giving her. She knows now that she can survive without you and thrive on her own. Your empty promises and broken words hold no power over her anymore. 4. A renewed sense of self-worth. One of the things that ruin the self-esteem of any woman, no matter how smart, beautiful, or successful she may be, is being in a toxic relationship. The constant put-downs, belittling comments, manipulation, emotional abuse, and gaslighting can make even the strongest woman doubt herself. But once she's done, she's done. She starts to see herself in a different light. She begins to rebuild herself and regain the confidence that was taken away from her. She has found a renewed sense of self-worth and knows she deserves to be treated with respect, love, and kindness. She will not settle for anything less than what she truly deserves. This newfound strength doesn't just descend on her. It results from her inner work and the support of those who truly care for her. It takes courage to leave a toxic relationship, but it's one of the best decisions a woman can make for herself. 5. She's accepted that you won't change. No one is perfect. We all have our flaws, and we all make mistakes. But there's a difference between acknowledging your faults and intentionally working on them and refusing to change, or take responsibility for yourself. In a toxic relationship, the latter is often the case. When a woman says she's done, she has reached a point where she accepts that you will not change and can no longer hold on to false hope. So she has to stop hoping things will get better. She's likely given it her all, talking things out, making compromises, trying to see things from your perspective. But after countless attempts and seeing little to no improvement, she's come to the hard truth: you won't change. She's not blaming you, bro, it's just that her hopes aren't aligning with reality. She understands that true change has to come from within, and if that's not happening, she needs to prioritize her happiness and well-being and set herself free from a cycle that's been draining her. 6. She's not interested in arguments anymore. I always tell my husband that when a woman argues with you, it's because she cares enough to try to fix whatever's bothering her. Arguing, however heated or frustrating it may be, is often a sign that she's still interested in improving things. But when she's done, she's not arguing anymore. She's not interested in going back and forth with you, trying to convince you to see things her way. She's exhausted from constantly having the same arguments without any resolution or change. It's not because she doesn't care anymore or that she's suddenly okay with everything that's happened. It's because she realizes that arguing won't bring about the improvement she needs in the relationship. What's the point of pouring her heart into conversations that never move forward? Personally, I find arguments draining. I'm an introvert, so confrontation and conflict are not my forte. I have other things that require my time and energy. But even for those who thrive on debating and discussing, arguments can become tiring and unproductive when they keep happening without progress. When a woman is done, she's done arguing with you. Her silence isn't peace, it's surrender. And that quiet surrender is often more dangerous than any loud, angry fight could ever be. 7. She's let go of the attachment. You can't tell a man you are done without letting go of the attachment. When a woman reaches her breaking point, she has emotionally detached from the relationship. She's no longer invested in fixing things or making them work. Her mind and heart have accepted that it's over and it's time to move on. And this is when a woman can really say she's done. Otherwise, it's just empty words and false promises. She's not really ready. So when a woman says she's done, she's let go of the emotional attachment that used to hold her in the relationship. At one time, she may have clung tightly to the memories, the dreams they both had, or the potential she saw in the relationship. But now? Those ties don't feel as strong anymore. When I broke up with my ex, I felt bad that all the memories, the moments we shared and cherished, were now gone. But I told myself I can always make new ones with another man. And I did. And still doing. 8. She's protecting her peace. I value my peace over everything is something I say often, and I mean it. I can't thrive in an environment where my peace is constantly disrupted or threatened. When a woman says she's done, it's because she's realized that staying in the relationship was causing more harm than good to her mental and emotional well-being. She's finally choosing her peace over the constant chaos, sleepless nights spent crying, overthinking, emotional roller coasters, or unending battles that drained her. She no longer wants to feel drained, stressed, or anxious daily. She deserves to feel at ease and find inner peace within herself, and sometimes leaving you is the only way to achieve that. 9. She's setting a boundary. We always talk about boundaries like these heavy, complicated lines we have to draw in our lives. But boundaries are just about respect, respect for yourself, your needs, and what you will and won't allow in your world. A woman saying, "I'm done," is laying down a clear, non-negotiable line. This is where I stop tolerating what hurts me. Boundaries aren't always loud or dramatic. Sometimes they're subtle shifts in behavior, like no longer engaging in arguments or refusing to accept excuses. But whether dramatic or quiet, they are powerful declarations of self-worth and self-care. 10. She's probably thought about it for a while. No woman decides she's done in a split second. There's every possibility that she's been wrestling with this decision for a long time, turning it over in her mind, weighing the pros and cons, and hoping for a reason to hold on, especially if kids are involved. So it's not an impulse move like suddenly getting a new haircut or changing dinner plans. All those times she seemed distant or quiet, all the nights she stared at the ceiling thinking about what went wrong, and all the moments she gave you just one more chance. Those were part of her process. Her choice to leave is like the last chapter in a very long book, one she's been reading and rereading, waiting to see if the ending would ever get better. And when it doesn't, she has to close the book and move on. 11. She's open to a happier future without you. One of the reasons women stay in unhappy relationships is the fear of loneliness. The worry that leaving means being alone or starting over from scratch. It's terrifying to imagine life without the comfort of the familiar, even if that comfort comes with its own pain. But when a woman says she's done, it means she's moved past that fear. She's no longer afraid of what lies ahead because she's decided that even an uncertain future is better than staying in a situation that makes her miserable. This decision often comes with mixed emotions, sadness for what's ending, relief for what's being left behind, and hope for what's ahead. She's done because now she's permitting herself to seek a life that aligns with her happiness, whether focusing on herself, her career, her friends, or even opening up to healthier relationships, if that happens. No matter what, she's done. Thanks for watching. Like, share, comments, and follow for more updates.